Movies, anticipation, reality. Today, I want to talk about In the Gray, a movie that succeeds because it understands exactly what kind of action film it wants to be. It is not a loud, chaotic action movie built around non-stop explosion or emotional melodrama. This is a very analytical movie, a very procedural movie, and I do mean that as a compliment. What surprised me most is how disciplined the screenplay feels. The movie is structured almost as a hybrid between a heist a la Ocean's 11 and an evacuation thriller like Poseidon's Adventure. Spoiler alert for those that need it. Instead of escaping catastrophe and stealing money, they are trying to recoup borrowed out money, and the mission revolves around getting their ringleader out of the lion's den. That gives this movie a very different type of energy. Everything feels tactical, every movement planned. All conversations feel connected to the operation itself. And what impressed me is that despite how systematic the story is, which it is, the movie never becomes confusing. To his credit, Guy Ritchie walks the audience through the operation step by step with excellent clarity. People may find that overly guided, but I actually think it's one of the movie's strengths. A plot this procedural could have easily become stale or hard to follow. The movie consistently keeps the objective clear while maintaining the tension and momentum. The pacing is excellent. It keeps moving confidently from scene to scene, still giving the audience enough info to understand what is actually happening. That balance is harder to achieve than people think. As a director, I thought Guy Ritchie was outstanding here. But after realizing that he also wrote the screenplay, I became more impressed because this movie feels engineered, but not in a cold way, in a disciplined way. The screenplay, editing, pacing, and the direction all feel like they are working towards the exact same objective, which most action movies do not. As for the performances, honestly, I have never been the biggest fan of Henry Cavill as an actor. Certain friends would call me a hater, but in this role, he worked for me. The character required control, presence, composure, rather than huge emotional rage. And I think Cavill nailed it. The standout star was Eiza González. She brought a level of charisma and screen presence the movie desperately needed. In a film this procedural, you do need somebody who can inject personality and energy into the operation. And every time she was on screen, the movie became more engaging. If I had to nitpick, the small thing, the recovery team, the only major casualty wound up being the African American, as usual. That stood out because action movies have a history of falling into that trope. But to the film's credit, his death actually had meaning within the story. It was not treated as disposable. It was portrayed as a sacrifice that helped save the rest of the team. Overall, I thought In the Grain was well directed, well structured as an action movie, and as an action film compared to recent action movies, it probably deserves an A. This is the kind of movie that respects clarity, pacing, and for me, that made all the difference. Thank you for watching Real Expectations, Movies Anticipation, Reality. If you enjoyed this review or want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And let me know in the comments, did In the Gray work for you? Or did the structure feel too controlled? I will see you in the next one.